everyone, and welcome back to more Mystic Destinies! We are back one last time for Takumi Rao because in the last episode we got all of his possible endings. So his mystic, his dark, and his remaining bad ending that I missed out on. And so now all we have left to do is his epilogue, which I have brought, and here we are. We're at the front page of his character bio that changed for the epilogue. So yeah, let's get started because I ain't gonna go over what happened in each of the endings because what basically happened was we just got loose ends tied up and shit, and we just saw the possibility of Takumi actually dying because he was close to dying, and it's like you could go either way in that story. So yeah, so let's get started. Let's get right into this epilogue. So several months after you helped close a cold case, you and Takumi are still working as partners on dangerous missions. Okay, so with Valentine's Day coming up, you both resolve to try and relax for once and go on a proper date. Instead, you find yourselves getting tangled up in a new case breakthrough worth the interruption, finding out more about the legendary sorceress Shizuka. Right, because that's like the last thing we haven't really gotten, Hannah hadn't gotten progress out of in terms of going along with Takumi and his his little adventures. That she set out to go find Shizuka, but she'd never really end up getting anything that's worth a lead. So yeah, so the life I lead, it isn't easy being by my side. Of course not. It's dangerous, but whatever. We still love you for it, Takumi. So let's get started. Chapter 1, epilogue. Let's go. Scars. Chapter 1, scars. Okay, let's go. Do it. Let's do it. Oh, and we're at the hospital. Why? Another night in the hospital. Why? I stride down the brightly lit hospital corridor. No matter how many times I come here, I can't get used to the sterile environment. Yeah, I don't really like hospitals either. I can't even imagine getting used to it, nor do I want to. Right, but will there ever be a time where I don't have to come here in the middle of the night anymore? Well, Takumi lives a very dangerous life, as we have already mentioned, so I'm pretty sure the hospital is gonna be second home. Lost in my own thoughts, I don't notice the nurse walking in front of me until it's already too late and you bump right into her. We collide into each other and she stumbles back a few steps. I reach out and grab her before she can fall. Nice catch. I'm so sorry, Ras. My bad. I was so caught up in my own head that I didn't see you there. I trail off and hurry to let her go, but the nurse tries to get a closer look at my face. Why? She gives me a bittersweet smile. Why? I thought it might be you. Who, what, when, where, huh? I had another accident? Me? No. Something like that. Okay. I mutter under my breath. Okay. I give her a smile and nod, then continue to walk past her. Are we here for us, or are we here for somebody else? I glance back at the nurse as I walk. That wasn't rude, was it? No. I sigh and look around for the right hospital room. She's really nice. Every time I see her, she's always so nice to me, but Takumi is the only thing on my mind right now. Oh, that figures. So much so that I can't seem to think straight. I don't know how bad it is this time, but I feel the worry eat away at me. It gets worse with each hospital visit. What happened? What if one of these days someone just breaks his neck? Well, and so I worry and worry and worry. Your hair's gonna turn white very fast. By now, what I feel is well beyond just worry. I'm angry. Oh, why? I'm in a hospital in Chowa for the 7th time in the past 3 months. Wow, that's a lot. Yeah, I hope your insurance covers a lot of it. I stop in front of a door, sigh, and push it open. Alright, Takumi, what happened? I open the door and immediately see an older lady with gray hair in a white lab coat standing there. She turns to look at me as I come in. How are you? I don't know. I manage an awkward smile and the doctor smiles back at me. I know I don't have to tell you to take care of him. I try. In fact, despite how often he visits, I think he just might be my luckiest patient, really. With that, the doctor leaves the room. Watching the door close, I swallow, then finally turn to Takumi. Despite myself, when I see his pained face, it tugs at my heart and I run up to him. I take Takumi's head in my hands and turn it from side to side, examining him as he looks away. Are you okay? I don't see bleeding anywhere. I don't see bleeding anymore. Yeah, it was just superficial. Oh, which is great. It's just a flesh wound. The head wound anyway. Okay. I look down to see that Takumi's wrist is bandaged up. Wah. Oh, Takumi. I kneel down and gently touch his arm. It's not a big deal, Hana. Well, it's a big deal if you end up in the hospital for it. You always say that, yeah. Why is it bandaged up then? Will you be able to use it? Did you sprain it? It'll be fine as long as we don't get into any fights for a few days. Okay. What happened with Smirnov? Smirnov Ice. It's handled. I took her down to the SSU. Okay. I knew you could do it on your own. It helped that she was scared of you, I think. Really? Yeah. Little old me? Scared of little old me. Looking at his injured arm, my mind turns back to what happened earlier in the night. Yes, I would love to know what happened. Alright, flashback. It's raining. As per usual. Even though the raindrops are beautifully illuminated against the city light like this, I hate it. Because it sucks. I hate rain. Yeah, I do too. Because that makes it more dangerous for us. More dangerous for him. And I'm getting wet. I hate it. I look at Takumi, the rain falling against his hood and easily sliding off thanks to the magic weeds into the fabric. Oh, okay, well, that's nice, I guess. I watch as the raindrops fall to the ground hard, bouncing upwards as they break apart and splash around his boots. Okay, so I can hear him speaking to the vampire woman I can hear him speaking to the vampire woman we're supposed to take in tonight, the target known as Smirnov. Smirnov Ice. They've already clashed once, and I'm not certain, but I thought I saw Takumi take a hit to his head. Oh. I see his lips move. Really? Despite the mask? But the words don't reach my ears. Not really. I can only hear the sound of his voice in the rain. In this situation, I can't stop myself from remembering that fateful night. Yes, with, what's her face? Del Boss, yes. Yes. Where I almost lost Takumi for good. Yes. Where I saw him not as the man I love, but a sadistic vampire. Yes, yes. Oh, watch out! Where? What? What? The sound of Takumi yelling pulls me out of my memories. Can't space out like that, Hana. I turn just in time to see the vampire going straight for me. Of course, because I'm like spacing out. On instinct, I begin to reach into myself to use my own soul power. A small memory, just a flash of shadows reaching out for me brings me back to my senses. Yeah, you can't do that, girl. I thought we were gonna stop that. I quickly switch techniques and put up a barrier. Yes. The barrier blocks the vampire just in time, but as it trembles, I know it just barely held. Yes. She stands on the other side, her sharp, deadly eyes looking back at me. What's the real problem? Before the barrier dissipates altogether. Oh shit. In an instant, Smirnov grins and pulls out a knife, slashing at me with it. I jump back, narrowly avoiding the attack, but she's so fast that she's already attacking again before I realize it. But then, just like that night before, Takumi jumps in. Takumi is there in front of me, protecting me. Taku, Kana, this is what you get for not paying attention, man. You're on the job. You can't just be standing there and spacing out. I stare at his back in a daze before I see it. A hint of deep red intermixing with the rain and pouring down around his boots. Blood, yes. Oh, Hana. He's bleeding. He's hurt. Yes. She hurt him. I hear a yell that I barely recognize as my own as I lunge at the vampire. You just made her mad. I punch her squarely in the jaw, channeling my magic into my fist. As my fist connects with her face, she flies back through the air. Bye! Her body slides across the rain-slicked roof, eventually hitting a wall. Okay. I don't know what's going on anymore, and I don't care. I'm just there, upon her, effortlessly pulling Smirnov by her jacket. I stare down at her bloody face. How dare you touch him? Jesus. How dare you? Yes. The woman only groans and passes out. Water and tears mixed together on my face. I hear a gentle voice calling my name. I drop the unconscious woman and turn around to see Takumi standing there. He pulls his mask down with one hand. It's okay. Are you sure? I'm okay, Hana. You don't look okay. Wordlessly, I look down at his bloody wrist before Taku pulls me close with one arm. That small action is enough to make the dam break completely. My whole body shakes against his as I sob into his chest. One thing becomes clear. I'm still not over the events of 3 months ago. Yeah, I guess, yeah. It was a pretty traumatic event. And it might have been foolish to think otherwise. I find myself tearing up again. And at the memory of what happened at the current situation, I beat down the frustration building up inside me as I speak between sobs. I'm sorry, it seems like I can't help it. It's fine. I get so scared all the time, every time you get hurt. Which happens so much, I just don't know how to handle it sometimes. And then I start thinking about things, and yeah. Takumi takes me in his arms once more. He places a gentle kiss on my forehead and whispers into my ear. I'm sorry, I wish I had been fast enough to dodge her. Sorry to make you worry. That's my job. That's part of my job. If I was stronger or faster, you wouldn't have to. No more talks like that. I thought we were over this. I pull away and put a finger to Takumi's lips. Yes, shush. No. Don't do that. Yeah, please. The price of Takumi no longer doing drugs, this is that price. I just wish he didn't have to be the one to bear it. Oh, so he's like, well, he did say he was going to stop and to try to find a way to like a better, healthier alternative, or like he won't use it unless he absolutely needs to. Oh, Takumi. Takumi silently nods, yeah. For a while we sit together in silence before Takumi finally speaks in a whispered tone. I haven't forgotten about tomorrow, you know. Oh yeah, our date. Tomorrow? Taku gently laughs. Yeah, Valentine's Day. Yes. I'll take you out. We won't work. Okay, we'll do something special, okay? Okay. I pull back again and look at him. That sounds really nice, actually. Yeah. Taku's face turns red as he looks away. Why? It's our first Valentine's Day together, so I want to make sure it's special. Okay. I've thought about it. I've thought about this for a long time. Aw, you're cute. Years. Takumi draws me into another hug, and this time when I try to pull back to look at him, he only holds me closer. I smile knowing that he must still be blushing, yeah. I relax into his embrace despite the fact that he's soaking wet, feeling completely safe. Okay. Alright, so that was chapter 1, so chapter 2, Interlude. Okay, Interlude. Alright, so are we on our date? After our usual scary episode last night, Takumi and I decided we could use some time off. It is Valentine's Day after all, and he did say he has plans for us. Takumi looks across our table at me, a pleasantly dazed smile on his face. Oh, I still haven't gotten used to him doing this sometimes, just staring at me lovingly like this. You're so cheesy. Go away. Stop. But Takumi doesn't move, not even after what feels like a minute or two goes by. He just continues to stare at me, and I begin to feel a blush creeping on my face. Taku, this... You're doing it again. Can you not do it back to him? I feel like I want to do it back to him. I just want to tease him. I love teasing him. Yeah, let's do it back to him. I lean in and stare right at Takumi. He looks surprised momentarily, and I feel proud. Until he leans across the table, pulls me by my arm to him, and gives me the briefest peck on my lips, leaving me stunned. Oh, I hate you. Stop. Takumi's laughter breaks me out of my immobile state. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. We're not in the kitchen, though. You're the one who drags me in it the first place. Yeah. I'll get you back one of these days, right? Didn't you just try, though? Oh, don't worry. We got a whole lifetime to do this, okay? I look away in annoyance and Taku reaches over to ruffle my hair. Hey now. Don't get pouty on me. It's nice to be alone like this for once, right? Yes. We are alone together a lot, but we're usually either working or what? Taku, please. I don't want people overhearing about that. Shinji's friend hangs out here, doesn't he? Right. Works here, actually. Yes, Isao. I nearly jump out of my seat when Shinji and his friend magically appear as if summoned out of nowhere. They didn't just magically appear though, right? Right? I don't know. You never know. Takumi, on the other hand, grins as soon as he sees the two at the table. Hey guys, what? Taku looks back at me and then narrows his eyes at Shinji and Isao. Yeah. What you up to? Since it's Valentine's and most of us are without a date. What? Mostly for a lack of even bothering to try. If that's what you want to tell yourself to make yourself feel better, then sure. It's that. Okay, I do have a date later tonight though. Oh, do you? Shinji, you do? With who? Why didn't you set me up? Why didn't you set me up for one too? Yes, why didn't you hook me up, bruh? What am I, your personal dating service? Oh, come on, Shin. Emmy's gonna laugh her ass off if I ain't got a date tonight. Shinji rolls his eyes and sighs. Fine, I'll text Kimiko and ask if she's got any single friends who want to go on a date with an overly loud prima donna. Kimiko? Do we know a Kimiko? Or we've seen a Kimiko? Guess not. Isao pouts but says nothing more on the issue. Alright, I try to hold in my laughter at how the scene unfolds. Whenever any of the guys join us, it never fails to become an entertaining scene. But before anything else can be said, someone laughs from behind us, and the four of us turn together to see more people coming in. Who? Ah, haha! It's too late, Isa. I already heard you begging Shinji to get you a date. Oi, I wasn't begging. Oh, it's the whole gang, I guess. Yeah, I don't normally jump in, but it did sound like you were. Just a little bit, yes. Et tu, sure? Yeah, why is he speaking French now? Now we can save ganging up on Isao for later. Emmy smiles and takes a seat next to me. She leans in just a little. When did we meet? Sorry if we're ruining your date. Okay, we barely ever see you two though, so I'll drag you guys away a little later, and then you two can get back to your date. Why? What we're doing? I glance at Takumi, who seems to be a little grumpy about the situation. Right. So I admit that I might be too, if not for Emmy. I look back at her and smile. Alright, that sounds perfect. Okay. Great. But where are we going? She turns to her brother and kicks him in the butt gently. What the hell are you kicking me for, you nerd? Emmy just laughs. Waiter, we'd like some drinks here. Okay. The service is kind of slow and we're thirsty. Isao sighs as everyone suddenly starts shouting their orders at him. Right. I join in and tell him my favorite cocktail too. You technically are on the clock. Alright, fine, I'll go. You lot don't gotta shout at me, you know. Okay. With that, he walks away he walks behind the bar while grumbling all the way there. Despite being pouty about no longer being just the two of us, Takumi uses the chance to pull me into the seat next to him. Hello. After drinks are served, everyone sits around the tiny table. Takumi keeps a hand on my thigh the whole time, okay? Although at times his hand would slowly start to creep up whenever everyone else was distracted. Hey, mister! Hey now, sir! Where's your hand going? A cell phone rings, suddenly breaking off the conversation. Ooh. I look around before realizing that my phone is vibrating in my pocket. But I had a ringer, so... Oh, it's mine, sorry. Looks like I forgot to set it on silent. I pull my phone out and see Aurealia's picture staring back at me. Aurelia? If she's calling me, then it must be something important. I quickly answer it before Aurelia decides to hang up. I'm pretty sure it's about our mom. Hello? At least one of you is responsible. Yes. Seems like Takumi turned his phone off. Yes. I look at Takumi, who's looking away innocently. I finally uncovered some important information. Yes. Oh? From the papers from Shizuka's house and the USB you gave me, I was waiting for the code in the papers to be cracked as well before I gave you anything. Oh, juicy secrets. Oh, seriously? Yes. So there's finally something. Yes. I need you and Takumi to come back home early tonight to discuss it, cause I have somewhere I need to go. Okay. Yes, alright. We'll be there soon. Oh yeah, we gotta dip. We gotta bounce. I nearly dropped my phone trying to hang up. I stuff it back in my pocket and look at Takumi. Yes. Takumi, this is really important. Right. Let's go home right away. Yeah, Takumi rises out of his chair so fast that it falls backwards onto the floor with a loud clatter. Oops! Talk about drawing attention to yourself. He grabs my hand and pulls me up. Well, guys, sorry we have to go so fast, but you know, duty calls. Yeah, duty calls. Yeah, alright, try not to get stabbed this time though. Yeah. Takumi laughs. I try to hide the pang of worry behind a smile. I'll do my best. Yes, please. Shinji chuckles. That goes for you too, you know. Oh, yes, cause you always space out. Yeah, please don't get stabbed either, Hana. Yes, well, of course, I'll do my best too. Takumi half drags me to the door even as we all say our goodbyes. Alright, so off we go. Takumi immediately lets go of my hand with a big sigh and keeps walking down the sidewalk. Why? I half run to catch up with him, my mind swirling with possibilities of what the information Aurelia managed to uncover could be. We quietly walk side by side. Could it really be anything useful after all this time? Yes. I mean, I know it hasn't really been that long. Some people aren't found for years, if at all, yes. Man, I love those guys, but seriously, can't they take a hint? Right. Since it's been so long, I started thinking that I might never find her again, but she's getting lost in her thought. Hello? Yes. I was so angry at first, but now I really have no idea. Girl, you need to stop this. Hana? Yeah. Are you thinking about what Aurelia said? Yes. Yeah. I'm just really excited. It's been almost half a year since this all started. I didn't expect to get anywhere today. We're going to be one step closer to finding her. Wow, you're really hyped for this. Takumi suddenly grabs my arm and pulls me off the sidewalk into some shadows. What? He smirks and gets right in my face. Hey now, what? What are you up to? You're so sexy when you're all determined. Oh my god. Go away. But I was in fact planning to get somewhere today. What? What? Hey, Taku, this isn't the time. Yes, this is not the time or the place. Stop, he sighs. Yeah. I know you're all fired up to go, but I seriously know how these things go. You'll find out some kind of information and you'll want to investigate right away. Yes. And we'll get dragged into some crazy bullshit. Yes. Takumi covers me from the sight of any passerbys with his body and grabs me by the waist with one arm. Hey now. His fingers dance up the side of my stomach and he leans over to whisper into my ear. But I want some time alone with you first. Oh my god! Stop! We've been working a lot lately and I'm feeling kind of pent up. Oh my gosh. Hey. Stop. I swallow hard. Oh god. Oh god. I haven't gotten used to Taku's sexiness, like at all, despite it being 2 months since we got together. And this isn't the first time you've like banged each other, so. And you banged each other way before you actually established the fact that, hey, I might have feelings for him. Wait, what if I never get used to it? A scary thought indeed. I want to know about Shizuka first. Okay, right. What? What the hell? What the fuck? Wait. This is... Are we just gonna do a little bit of a hot makeout session? Or like, are we just gonna go the whole 10 yard right here in this freaking... this dark ass, stank ass, shady ass, sketchy ass alleyway. What the hell? Oh my god. Like, Takumi, I love you, but like, this is too much. Oh my god. I feel like I might have to come back to this. I might actually have to come back to these questions. Oh my god. Because, like, at first I was gonna leave it just because, like, the first time around was just, like, the staring thing. I was like, I can leave it at that. I would do that. But now this is like, oh my god, I hate you. Okay, you go big or go home, right? God, I hate myself. Okay, let's do this. If you want me so bad, just take me right here then. Oh my god. I'm definitely bluffing. Mostly. God, girl. I actually see Takumi's face turn bright red at my words. But as I open my mouth to comment on it, his lips crash into mine. The taste of him, his warmth, all of it makes me eager to respond with just as much fervor. Or please, just a hot makeout session. Like, I'm cool for a little bit of tongue action, but anything more than that, I'm gonna seriously, like, low-key judge you, Hana. And Takumi. As we start to lose ourselves in each other, I hear some passerby murmuring about us. Yes. Takumi doesn't seem to care, but I can't do the same easily. Yes. Come on, Hana. I pull away and Taku sighs, but goes along with it. Okay, cool. With a little smile, I take his hand in mine and we make our way to Aurelia's place. Okay, cool. Good job, Hana. I mean, I'm all down for some good sexy time, but just not here. This is too much. I'll have to make it up to him later. Yes, I agree. I'm down for that. But first, I wanna know some deets. I wanna know some juicy details, you know? The two of us get to Aurelia's place and see her waiting for us on the couch, looking over something on her laptop. Without waiting for us to say much, she starts to explain everything. Wow, I didn't even sit down yet. From the USB Shinamura gave you two, I was able to map out some of Shizuka's routine. Okay, I did check the places that she used to visit often, but that was a dead end. Of course, like I would figure, like she's a smart woman, so she'll leave those places. She'll be like, okay, you know, gotta dip from this because people might catch on. The papers you found, however, provided a lead to where she might have gone, a vague as hell one. Oh. Shizuka mentioned some distant place several times in her letters to someone. To who? I had to use my contacts and research a great deal to figure out that it seemed there. I butchered that sentence really badly. Okay, let's try that again. I had to use my contacts and research a great deal to figure out that it's some sort of shrine. Okay. A shrine? Aurelia nods. Okay. I have no idea where it is, though, or anything more about it. Oh, maybe it's like the same shrine we went to in Show's route, you know? Oh no, that's like a Phoenix shrine. That's like Phoenix exclusive and shit like that. So, okay. Oh. Professor Okura might know more about it, but he's not part of my contacts network. But he is mine, so I'm gonna go over there and ask him. So I suggest you go ask him yourself, since you've already had dealings with him in the past. Yes. How do you know he'll even talk to us? He owes me a favor, okay? Oh, really? Alright. Anyway, I haven't been able to immediately locate Naoki, as he isn't at any of his usual haunts. Really? Where'd he go? Takumi practically vibrates with excitement all of a sudden. Ooh, I smell a mystery, yes. The case of the missing vampire professor. Oh, wow, he disappeared? Really? Jesus. Arai is on the case. Okay. There he goes. There he go. And he told me I would be the one to get us dragged into some crazy bullshit, right? I have some business of my own to attend to at some fancy party, so I have to get ready. Okay. So you should get started on that mystery. I know if I leave you two alone here on Valentine's Day, I'm going to end up hearing something I don't want to hear. Yeah. With that embarrassing remark, Aurelia leaves to her bedroom. Alright, but still, we got a missing vampire professor. By now, night has fallen. Takumi and I step outside of Aurelia's apartment building. Okay, so where to start? I turn to Takumi with a tired sigh. This really isn't how I wanted to spend my first Valentine's Day with Taku. Actually, I think this is a great way. We're bonding. We're doing some bonding, if you can count it as that. So where do you want to start where do you want to start looking? A devilish smile appears on Takumi's face, making me lose my train of thought. What? What? Yeah. Oh, you forgot your gear anyway. Yeah, oh, yeah, you forgot your gear anyway. That isn't like you. You should go back and get it. Don't need it. What? Huh? Why not? Yeah, because I'm taking you out on a date. Are we? Really? I thought we were gonna go look for Professor Okura. What? Didn't you just say we should find Professor Okura? Yeah. Yeah, I did get kind of excited, but that can wait. Oh, okay. What kind of boyfriend do you take me for if I drag my girlfriend out on a mission to see another guy anyway? Well, that's like a roundabout way of saying it. Especially on Valentine's Day. Right, okay. Oh, I see. Okay, I'm sorry, Takumi. That makes me really happy, right? Taku unexpectedly blushes and looks away. It's no big deal, really. It's the least I can do for you. Aww. For such an amazing person who's always been with me and supporting me. Takumi awkwardly waves his fingers through his hair before then pulling out his saddlebag. Anyway, I've got everything we need right here. Oh, sure. Okay, cool. Let's just go change at my friend's place on the way to the restaurant, okay? Okay. I look at the bag and then up at Takumi. Okay. Sure. Much happier than when I first stepped out on the street, we headed off to Chowa. Alright. Okay. Chapter 3, a soiree. I know how to pronounce that now, thanks to the letter with all their French speaking. Okay, so we back and we fancy. Okay, so Takumi sits in front of me, once again staring at me intently. Well, I know I look good in this dress and this hair and this makeup, but you know, the scene feels a little like deja vu to me. Yes, it's all too similar to the one 3 months ago when we agreed to work together. Yes, that little Christmas dinner. I want to talk to you about a partnership. Yes, a partnership? Aren't we already partners? Yes, but this is sort of making it official. Yeah, in a totally not marriage way. Then, like a business. Yes, I want to make you an official part of our investigations. Yes, I mean, we'll probably have to start calling it something different. Takumi lowers his voice to a mumble. Unless, you know, you did marry me or something. Ooh, is he gonna propose to me now? My eyes go wide in surprise. Really? Takumi, you mean it? Yes, I mean about the job. Of course. Yes, so I mean, I trust you and I love you. Yeah, love you. Yes, so why not? Smiling, I reply without needing even a second to think. Then of course I will. Yes. So our new business together, Black Cat Investigations, is doing well, better than I could have hoped at first. Oh, Black Cat, that's cute. We do actually make quite a bit of money off of it, since the jobs are dangerous. Yes, well, I better be making that dough. Better be making that coin, because I am risking my life every day for people's bullshit. So I found that although it's a sad fact, humans often feel more comfortable trusting other humans over supernaturals. Well, yeah. Not that I'm actually human, but close enough. It's not something I consciously try to forget, but it's still hard to get used to that big of a revelation. To think yourself human for your whole life and then to find out that you're not, yeah, it's a big shock. Whenever I think about it, I start to feel like I can't breathe. So I don't think about it, I try not to. Right. It's the same with my death magic. Since I've stopped using it, it hasn't gone worse. There are even moments where it gets better, but I know it'll get worse eventually. Shinji impressed upon me how playing with that sort of magic is not something I can escape without any ill effects. Of course not. He told me that maybe it won't be for 100 years or more, but it's still something that will come for me one day, especially since I'm immortal. I'm actually still hoping to find a way to rid myself of my immortality before that happens, and before Takumi leaves me. Yes. That's the main reason that I want to find Shizuka now, more than revenge or anything else. Okay. I don't want to live on without Takumi, the same way that Shizuka didn't want to leave Rokuro. Oh, so she finally figured out the truth. Takumi puts his hand over mine, gently stroking my skin with his fingers. He smiles. Hey now, don't look so down. It's our special night, right? Yeah. Well, whatever you're thinking about, we can talk about it later. Aw, okay. But for now, why not just focus on me? Yes, that's true. I can't believe you actually said that. Well, it made you laugh, didn't it? So it was worth it. You're such a sweetie. I nod and put my own hand over his. Alright, just then an older woman comes up to us, a waiter. I find it hard to do anything other than simply stare at him. An older man. What did I say? Older waiter? I don't even know. They look nothing alike. Not really, but my head feels heavy all of a sudden and I can barely hear what's going on. Why? What the hell? Takumi glances at me, but doesn't comment with the waiter here. Instead, he gives the waiter our order while I numbly stare off into the distance. Is he okay, I wonder? Is he sad? Does he miss me? What? Once the waiter walks away, Takumi turns back to face me again. Oh, she's talking about her dad. Okay, I was like, who is she? Who does the waiter remind her of? And who is she talking about? Oh, it's probably because it's the fact that she hasn't seen her dad ever since she kind of like blew up in his face about how he lied to her about her mom and shit like that. Yeah. His hands find mine and he gently cups them, enveloping them completely. The warmth of his skin on mine snaps me out of my daze. Is it that man? What, that man? I nod. He reminded me of my dad. Yes, I figured. Yes. I've hardly spoken to my dad since the incident, other than to tell him that I would be focusing on my magical studies and working with Takumi primarily. I know that I can't understand the depth of everything that happened to you, but I'm here for you. Yes. What am I trying to do? Always. Yes. Tears well up in my eyes as I stare into Takumi's. Oh my god, you're so good to me. I don't know what I did to deserve someone as great as you, but thank you. Well, you did a lot actually, considering you kind of saved my humanity and everything. I did, yeah, that was the thing. Saved? I can't hide my shock. Yeah, saved. Yeah, that one simple word instantly makes me feel lighter. In truth, I had always wondered if Takumi secretly resented me for keeping him from changing into a vampire, yes. But finally, I feel like the heavy burden I had been carrying all this time had been lifted off of me. I feel free. I feel like I can finally breathe. Takumi seems to understand as he gives me a sad smile. Things are complicated between all of us, but in the end, we're still here. Yes, we still care about each other. And even though it might not be my place to say it, I'm sure your dad cares about you and misses you too, right? So if you feel the same way, maybe you should talk it out with him one day. Yeah, I totally agree. I look down, wiping the corners of my eyes. Maybe, yeah. I should at least hear what he has to say since I'm calmer now. Taku nods and the waiter comes back with our drinks. Taking a sip of his drink, Takumi tries to not so subtly change the subject. Probably to cheer me up. You know, your dad wasn't the only one who fell in love with someone supernatural. Okay, girl, I get it. It's me and it's you, yes. Well, of course not. Wait, what do you mean? He's talking about him and you. Takumi shrugs. What do I mean indeed? Like, Taku, stop. You seem curious. Could it be that you want to know my father's story? What? Your father? Well, yes. Was he like my dad ever? A normal human who didn't know anything? Yeah. Yep, they're kind of similar actually. Really? It's a sad story, but it's also part of how my dad and mom got together. Interested, I lean in closer to Taku. Okay, alright, I'm listening. If he's gonna reveal something that's like completely way out of like I did not expect, because like as of now from starting Takumi's, right, I always thought that his parents were more human who kind of, I guess, integrated themselves into the supernatural kind of world thing, you know? Okay, so tell me. Who takes the chance to steal a brief kiss, flustering me as always? Hey now. Sorry, you're just so pretty. I thank you, but like, I really want to hear the story that you got me hooked on. And then you're always so cute when you're curious. Okay, thank you. Stop. I sigh, my heart pounding just a little faster, and Takumi continues. Alright, anyway, my dad was a young detective who worked at the Metropolitan Police Department, along with my mom, who was just a patrol officer back then. Okay. He told me one day he encountered a young woman named Misa who asked for his help. Okay. She told him that there was a missing girl that she was looking for, but she couldn't tell anyone at the MPD. What? Misa said that she would only talk to him. Okay. My dad was frustrated but decided to take the case in his off time since he knew he couldn't force the girl to get help anywhere else. Since my mom helped each other out from time to time, only she knew what he was up to at the time, but she didn't interfere. In the process, my dad spent time with Misa and he was introduced to the supernatural world. Okay. So that's how he got involved, or he found out. I think that Dad fell in love with Misa during that time, though he's never confirmed it. Okay. He did eventually find the missing girl, but she was already dead. Oh, shit. However, by finding her body, he was able to follow the evidence and find her killer. Oh. And after he did, Misa thanked him and disappeared. Oh. Distraught, he sought out a psychic to help relocate her. Alright, but instead, he found out that Misa had been a spirit all along. Oh, whoa, that's trippy. Wait, your dad, he can see spirits? But that's trippy. Takumi nods. Yeah, I know. But Dad is just human. He recently found out that he descended from a magical bloodline. Damn! Whoa! I think that's where our hair colors come from. Oh. Apparently that was something about him that made it possible for Misa to reveal herself to him. Although it must have taken a great effort on her part. Oh, I see. Fascinating! Wow, that's so cool! So spirits can do something like that. I had no idea. I sigh. Though there's still plenty I don't know about. Anyway, the psychic told him that Misa had been dead the whole time, that it was her body that he found. Oh, wow! I figured I was like, maybe it was her body. Yeah, she probably sought his help because he was the only person within the MPD who had the potential to see her. I think she probably also knew what kind of person my dad is. That he wouldn't rest until her body was found, and even more so when it came to finding her killer. I listen to Takumi in silence and feel something hot rolling down my cheeks. Oh, I'm crying. You always see... Yeah, it's something you do really often nowadays, Hana. I let the tears fall freely, not wanting to move, not wanting to miss anything or to distract Takumi from telling the tale. My dad realized that there was an entire world out there full of others who needed his help. But he didn't leave the MPD until my mom convinced him to. After that, he became a legendary private detective in his own right. Oh, cool. And at some point, he fell in love with my mother, the woman who had supported him throughout everything. Aww. Because of Misa, she found out about the supernatural world as well, a fact she had to hide until she joined the SSU. My father didn't join the SSU until after Yasu's incident, though. Oh, whoa, okay. Even though he didn't make much money, he liked not being bound by rules or regulations, and my mother supported him in that too. Yasu and I, both of us were just following his footsteps. Yes. I'm proud to be Dad's son. Yeah, you should be. Finally, Takumi looks directly at me and notices the tears gently rolling down my cheeks. Ah, what's wrong? I'm just being really emotional. I'm just super sensitive. Oh man, it's the story, isn't it? Yes. I'm sorry, it's totally not appropriate for a date, especially on Valentine's Day. No. I'm sorry, it's not you, it's just me. He looks away, yeah. For the past 3 years, I've spent so much time in the darkness, dealing with evil things and sad things. Aw, I guess I spent so much time there that I can't even tell what's sad or happy anymore. Oh no, it's just me. It wasn't such a sad story. It was interesting. I shake my head and grab Taku's hand. No, yes, it's a sad story, but it's touching too, right? Even a bit romantic in a tragic way, and it is the story of how your parents got together too, right? I'm happy to know it, and you don't have to hold back on telling me anything. Really, yes. I'm here for you. I'm in the darkness too, right here with you, but we don't have to let it affect us, right? I mean, besides, the darkness isn't always bad. Yeah. Don't worry about it. I really appreciate you telling me that story, especially on a day like today. And in the end, because of your father, that woman was able to be at peace, right? I can see spirits and souls too now. Maybe I can help someone like that one day. It makes me want to be a detective too. Takumi stares at me, his eyes shining. He begins to lean towards me and kisses me, when suddenly his eyes catch something behind me. What? All signs of tearfulness go away immediately. What? Naoki? What the fuck? What are you doing here, huh? Oh, what's happening? What's going on here? Confused, I turned around and see Naoki and Jun sitting at the bar talking to a hooded person. I don't have to guess what the third person is. By now, I can easily spot a vampire from a mile away. And is it maybe Sunil? Without any hesitation, Takumi stands up and walks over to the twins. Hey! The hooded vampire takes one look at Takumi and slides off the bar stool, leaving Carnavalis before Takumi can reach them. Takumi only follows the vampire out with his eyes. Naoki side-eyes him as he takes a drink from his glass. Takumi sits on the bar stool next to them, and I finally get up and follow him, doing the same. Hey there! What do you want? No, let me guess. Information. Yes. You know me so well, Naoki. Jun snorts. That's all they ever want. Well, duh. Are you good for anything else, right? Truthfully, I am indeed good for very little else. But it doesn't seem like a prudent way to treat someone you want information from. I'm even a little disappointed in you, Detective Arai. Yeah, what the hell? Takumi seems to have something against vampires, the Okuras in particular. Well, the Okuras kind of got him into that big huge mess that happened 3 months ago, so. Which is understandable, but it's something we should probably work on. Yes. Takumi sighs. You're right, I'm sorry. Right, Naoki stands up and puts down his glass, yeah. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah, but I have just thought of a use for you. Oh no, what? If you want my information, there's always a price to pay, of course. Although I cannot guarantee I'll know what you're seeking or tell you even if I do. If you want the mere chance at my information, then you can accompany me as backup at the place we're headed to. Backup? Where? To what? Oh god, we're going somewhere dangerous. Naoki looks at me. You and the sorceress, yes, okay, because it's a buy one get one free kind of deal, yeah. That should be sufficient. Enough for where? At the very least, you can serve as distractions. What? Sufficient for what? I mean, we were having a date, yeah. That's your prerogative. If you want my information, you'll help me now. or go find someone else. Damn, okay, Jesus. In any case, I'm going to a party tonight. Oh, is it perhaps the one Aurelia might be at? You, at our party? Yes. I have no interest in drinking or mingling with strangers, but I have heard that a certain powerful man will be there. And what? Naoki looks at Jun. I have certain matters to discuss with him. Oh, okay. A fight could break out, and I don't know who will be at the party. My life is of little consequence, but since Junichi is insisting upon coming, I would appreciate the help so that he has a diminished risk of injury. Aw, you're such a caring brother. Okay, fine. Let's go see what this is all about. Even if the help is only being fodder, which may well happen. So I will leave it up to you, but I'm leaving now. Takumi looks at me, and I know he's weighing the risk to me. Takumi looks at me, and I know he's weighing the risk to me versus the information we need about Shizuka. I give him a faint nod. Okay. Where's the party? Yeah. The party's at a certain elusive Karo's manor. Why is it always him? Always, always, always. You may have heard of him. As for the party, it's charity gala, I'm told. Okay, but the thing is like, is he alive in this timeline? Because we killed him in Show's route. So Naoki eyes us briefly. I'm pretty sure he's alive because I'm pretty sure he's the one who'll be hosting the party. Yeah. Like, I mean, his mansion isn't just like a public open space that anybody can rent out for a party. You already look dressed to go, so you shouldn't have any issue getting in. If you say you're with me. There we go. Oh my gosh. And you can just get in so easily, right? No invitation card needed, kind of thing. You're not the only one who has asked me for favors. Oh, okay. Anyway, I've wasted enough time with this, so make your decision and meet me at the manor if that's what you decide to do. Okay, I guess we gon' crash the party then. With that, Naoki walks off and Jun follows. Takumi looks at me and sighs. Can't we ever have a normal, not dangerous night? I know, but you know, I guess it's just the life that we live. I don't know about you, but I knew what I signed up for when I decided to stay with you. So this is all part of the package. Yeah, and I don't mind it. I don't mind. Takumi smiles at me and places a hand on my cheek. Quickly though, he turns very serious. What? This is our only way of having a chance at your information if Aurelia couldn't find more. So let's go. Okay. Alright, here we are. Dressed to go. Okay. The manor turned out to be deep in the mountainside and seems pretty secluded, so it took us an hour just to get there. Okay, wow. Thankfully, Takumi ordered a taxi so that I wouldn't have to ride in formal wear on the back of a scooter or on public transit, to which I am more than grateful for. Yes, cool. While Takumi is busy talking to the butler, I take the chance to look around and evaluate our surroundings. Look, just let us in, right? I already told you we're with Naoki Akura, right? He said it would be super easy if we just say we're with him. It's a big place, just the fact that there's even a ballroom says as much. Decor is fancy but tasteful, not overdone, so this Karo guy is unlikely to be new money. Alright, I heard you the first 5 times, sir, but anyone can claim they are with someone. That's true, but Naoki, where the fuck are you? Over the butler's shoulder, I try to casually check out what guests I can see. I've been practicing at getting a feel for people, but I wonder if I can guess which one is the owner. You are not on the guest list, and I was not notified of your arrival beforehand. So please, sir, if you just... yeah. There we go. So this is the holdup. Yes. Naoki appears from within the depths of the manor, and Naoki appears from within the depths of the manor, and I somehow manage to stop myself from jumping out of my skin. Yes. I was so focused on the other guests that I didn't notice him walk up to us. And Jun. And Jun's not exactly dressed for the part, but like whatever, he don't give a shit. I didn't notice Jun either, who as always is standing at his brother's side, not looking very pleased to see us. Naoki turns to the butler, and I could swear I see the butler almost stumble backward at his cold expression. Yeah. Although that just seems to be the default Naoki. Yes. These two are with me. Yes, see, told you. Of course, sir. Your companions may enter. Alright, he rushes to get out of our way, somehow managing to still look dignified even in his sudden escape. Once fully in, Naoki, Jun, Takumi, and I walk together and talk. Alright, so who's the hit? So you actually came, of course. You must be quite desperate for this information to risk yourself and your girlfriend. Hey now, girlfriend? Well, we are dating. Yeah, wait, what am I getting flustered for? Exactly. I am Takumi's girlfriend. It's just weird hearing it from Naoki for some reason. Unlike me, however, Takumi doesn't miss a beat. It's not much of a risk when I won't let anything happen to her. Besides, you're right, we do need this information. Right, Naoki stops walking and turns to us, all the while eyeing the ballroom full of people. Well, now you've got me curious. What could this be about that you needed to come and risk your safety? It's about Shizuka, man. His eyes momentarily drift to me. Could it be about the last sorceress? Yes, it is. If so, while I do know the legends, I wouldn't say I know anything worth that. Know anything worth that? Okay, I don't even know what happened there, but anyways. Okay, kind of. It's to do with her. More like where she might be, I guess. Yeah. Do you know anything about any hard-to-find shrines? Yeah, hard-to-find shrines. That's so vague. That's certainly specific, but yeah, just give me a couple. Throw some at me. After a few moments, Naoki finally speaks again. Ah, well, one particular shrine comes to mind, as it has never been found and there is next to no information on it. Yes, maybe that's the one. That must be it then, right? I have no reason to give you the information right now, though, right? Because we didn't do our part of the bargain. You could just run out, and I haven't spotted who I'm looking for yet. Exactly. What a smart man you are, Naoki. I almost pout in disappointment. Damn, we're so close to the truth. I can feel it. Look, we're not going to run. Yes, maybe our words don't mean much, but it's not like you don't know where we work and live, right? That's true. You could easily hunt us down. That is true, but it's unnecessary to plead your case anyway. Why? Takumi and I look at each other in hopes that the other understands what's going on. I don't know enough about it to risk your lives on it. It wouldn't be a fair trade. What? All I know is that stop. No. Keyboard. Don't do that. All I know is that it is said to be called the Shiki Shrine. Okay. Sounds like a fun place. It certainly seems like a place a sorceress who didn't want to be found would go, considering hardly anyone knows of its existence. Yes. But that's all I can tell you about it. What? Really? You'd need to find someone who knows even more than me, and you'll be hard pressed to do that. Yes. Jun sighs. I know someone. Oh, do you? You're helping me? He's probably the only person that knows more than now, but is it Hikaru? Well, he might know. Okay. His eyes dart towards the crowds of people. I saw him earlier, so he's probably still here. Ooh, Jun seems to be reluctant to tell us, although I can't tell if it's because it's us or if it's because of this other guy. Just who is this person, right? Probably one of the best information brokers out there. Oh, then it's what's his name? Galen? I always get his name wrong, but it starts with a G. Aurelia's got nothing on his network or information database, not by a long shot. Really? And someone like that just happens to be here? How convenient. I'm pretty sure he's out here just kind of scoping and like getting more information to add. Sometimes I wonder if my life isn't just some story. Oh, it is, girl. But if so, then the writers really need to give me a break. It's like breaking the fourth wall in a way. He's the owner of a coffee house downtown, though that's mostly a front, of course. Or maybe just a hobby. Never know with that guy. Yes, I know who he's talking about. Him? The owner of Veredis? Yes. Yeah, he's expensive, so he uses the place to launder money. Damn. Well, yeah, we're not surprised. We did Shinju's out. My guess anyway, not like he'd ever confirm anything. I guess that explains why I've always thought something was off about him. He definitely isn't normal. Yes. Didn't think I'd ever say this, but thanks. Thank you, both of you, right? I give them a small bow. Now nods his head almost imperceptibly, and Jun actually nods too, albeit with some great reluctance. With that, Takumi pulls me away from the vampire twins, and I notice that Naoki goes back to scanning the crowd with Jun. Okay. I don't know why Jun decided to help us, but I'll take it as a sign of hope for less tense interactions in the future. Right. Because I do want to be friends with them. If he's here, then we've just gotta find long, fiery, epic hair. Yes! That shouldn't be too hard in Japan. Long, fiery, epic hair? Just what does this strange character look like? Can you tell me about him? Yeah. Takumi continues looking around the ballroom through the throngs of people. Owner of a fancy coffee house in the upscale district of Choa. Long reddish hair, green eyes. An oppressive presence, and known for having a quirky personality, Shinji's boss. Yes. Last name unknown, age unknown, species unknown. Yes. He's a bundle of mysteries. I can't help but giggle at Takumi's factual way of answering. Alright, thanks, Detective Arai. Within a few moments, it feels like we've looked all over the ballroom, but there are so many people here that we can't seem to find him. Unless he's that short? I don't even know. You would figure that you would spot somebody with fiery red hair really easily. And if he's tall at that, then that'd be even more easier. But good God, I guess this guy's really elusive. I let out a big sigh when I suddenly hear a female voice calling Takumi's name. Who the fuck? Takumi, why are you here? Oh, it's homegirls, Chisaki! Yes, we turn around together to see Mrs. Yukimura of all people standing there looking dazzling in her pure white gown. Yes. Mrs. Yukimura, what are you doing here? Chisaki smiles. Well, I am the leader of the Yukimura family. I would think I should be asking the young detective why he's attending a gala with his... Is she your girlfriend yet then? Yes, I am. Yep. Chisaki claps her hands together, of course. Aw, I'm so happy for you, for both of you. Aw, thank you. I knew it would happen. I'm never wrong about these things. Oh my god, Chisaki the love guru. Or the love sidekick, I guess. I feel strange to see someone so enthusiastic about Takumi and I being together. Anyway, it's cute, okay? I tried to ignore my burning cheeks and look away to avoid feeling any more like I'm going to die of embarrassment. That's when I see it, someone standing a little ways behind Chisaki, someone with fiery red hair. There he is, the man I'm looking for, and he's dressed in just a plain knit sweater. God, in this fancy-ass ballroom gala thing. So as if reading my thoughts, Chisaki twirls around and pulls the red hair man forward, her gloved hand wrapping itself around his arm. Wow. Immediately I'm struck by how tall he is, and more than that, his whole presence... Hey, now, stop that. His whole presence seems to completely dominate the room, and yet he still remains unnoticed, right? That's the mysterious part. Oh, I was just chatting with my dearest Gal here. Yes. Galen? Galen? Yes, I think his name's Galen. I swear it's Galen. He's always the most entertaining man at a party, I guarantee you. That's nice. Galen! Yes, there we go. You flatter me, Chi. His vivid green eyes suddenly snap to us, and I find myself too mesmerized to move. Now then, you two don't seem to be the ball-going types. Well, I could say the same for you by how you're dressed. But that's besides the point. We're not. We came here to get some information, though our source didn't pan out. Is that so? Yes. Jun did say that you might know something, though. Did he now? Takumi glances at Chisaki, hesitant to speak with her there. Chisaki, dear, isn't that your husband looking like a lost lamb by the entrance? Chisaki turns her attention towards the door, and her eyes widen as they land on a thin man with glasses. Darling! Haruki. Yes. Oh my god, stop. Yes, Haruki. He made it after all. Yes. Arg, but why is he still wearing that? That won't do at all. Chisaki turns back to us all and gives us a slight bow. If you'll excuse me, I must go greet my husband before he gets completely lost. Yes. And with that, Chisaki glides away, leaving the three of us standing in silence. Okay. So Galen looks at Takumi, but doesn't say anything. Takumi seems to get the hint, though, and starts to explain why we're looking for him. Oh. Once Takumi finishes the explanation, Galen's whole demeanor shifts into something more serious. So you're looking for this Shizuka... so you're looking for this Shiki shrine. Shizuka, Shiki, that shift sound. His eyes dart to me for just a moment. And for the last sorceress of legend, yes. Yes, because that's my mother. And do you expect that information to come for free? No, I don't. Well, I know. Even now, he wanted something in return. Takumi silently eyes Galen for a second before stepping just a little closer to him. If we're talking price here, that means you do know something. Or is that that just you? Is it? Oh my god, why is this sentence like tripping me up? Oh my god, okay, so, or is that just you trying to cheat us out of money? Yes. I don't think so. Like, Galen is like top notch when it comes to like intel. So Takumi, what are you doing, right? This is no time for bluffing and mind games. The air feels heavy, a shiver runs down my spine at the look in Galen's eyes. Friend to Shinji you may be, but do not mock me, child, right? He takes his craft seriously. Now offer me something worth my while or leave. Oh no, oh no. What do we even offer a man who already earns what must be millions, right? I see, so you have nothing for me. No, wait, please, Shizuka is my mother. I'm trying to find her. No, that's not entirely accurate. She's the alchemist who created me and cursed me with these powers I never wanted and this, what used to be her curse of immortality. I'm trying to find her so I can get some answers from her at least. Ah, an interesting tale, one I haven't heard before. Would that be enough? You've amused me. Giving me a story I haven't heard before is something few manage, so I consider that your payment. Yes, thank you. What would you like to know? Alright, is that it? Seriously, yes. Take what you can, girl! God! I glanced at Takumi, who seems to be just as surprised as me. Well, I'm definitely not going to question this turn of events, just in case he changes his mind, right? What do you know about Shiki Shrine, right? It's a place outside of any realm, outside of time, therefore almost impossible to find. Wow. So it's in another dimension? God. Great, just great. She had to go hide in some place impossible. She had to go hide in some impossible place. Well, duh, that guarantees, like, you know, that she won't be found. It was once home and sanctuary for sorcerers, okay? As they were hated and hunted by the gods, they needed a place where none could reach them. Just what kind of life did they lead before? Hated by the gods themselves? Yeah, hated by the gods themselves. Well, they were given powers that they weren't meant to, so yeah. There aren't any records of how Shiki Shrine came to be. As far as anyone knows, it always has been and always will be. Oh, right. So, how do we even reach a place like that? Shizuka must have, so there's gotta be some secret to it. Records suggest that only a sorcerer can find it in their time of need. Galen looks at me. So it's me. I'm the GPS. So it'd be a fair guess to say that only you might be able to find it, Hana. Yes. But how do I do that? I don't know. You're the sorceress. Figure it out, right? Gee, thanks. Thanks for nothing. Is there anything else? No, I'm good. Wait, I want to know more about Shizuka. I want to know more about Shizuka. I'm gonna milk this for all it's worth. No, that's all. No, Takumi, shut up. No, wait, I have something. Yes. Can you tell me anything about Shizuka herself? Perhaps, although it's not something you couldn't read in any of the numerous stories written about her life. Then why haven't I seen these books? Why, Hagirara University was named after her. Really? It is an open secret that they keep old tales of Shizuka's life in their archives. Oh, really? I didn't know that. I just started attending Hagirara again, but I wouldn't even know where to begin to look. Very well, I'll tell you some of what I've read. The Lady Shizuka was born as a normal child, the daughter of a well-known swordsmith. Really? Okay. She was the eldest of 4 children and the only daughter. When Shizuka was older, she married. Okay. I'm sure it must have been a grand celebration, but something went wrong during the wedding night. What? I don't know what it was. It's not something that's in any records. I'm guessing rituals. Secret rituals. She married into a man who was like a hella cultist. The only thing I do know is that her powers as a sorceress awakened that night, and her new husband tried to murder her. Oh. Well then, okay. So she was forced to flee from the only home she ever knew. It was her own father that helped her escape, promising to tell everyone that he killed the evil sorceress. Their last words to each other apparently were, "I love you, be safe." Aww. After that, the records get a little fuzzy. No one knows how she became immortal. She never told anyone. But she would reappear from time to time, fighting off monsters and saving villages along the way. At some time in her history, she helped with the founding of the Hagirara University and even protected it for a time. Which is why it's now named in her honor. And that's the story. Really? Well then. See, your mom isn't such a bad person after all. I find myself unable to speak, my mind abuzz with the new information about Shiki Shrine and Shizuka. So she had a family once in her life. Duh, but had to leave it all behind. Of course. Attempted murder by her own husband on what I assume was their wedding day. That's something straight out of a crime novel. But no, she had to live through all of that. Did you ever go back to see your family, Shizuka? Were they okay after you left? I love you, be safe. My eyes start to prickle as a sharp pain stabs at my heart. I can't help but see my own father in that situation. Someone snaps their fingers in front of my face, forcibly snapping me out of my thoughts. Yeah, duh, not a time to get emotional right now, Hannah. There you are. Thought I'd lost you for good. Huh? No, I look around. Where did Galen go? He left. Said he had things to do. But I didn't get to thank him? Yeah. Don't worry. I thanked him for you while you were lost in thought. Yeah. Oh, but still, we got Naoki's little thing to deal with. Like, we still haven't found his dude. Thank you for that, Taku. Suddenly the music stops playing and there are murmurs from the crowd. There we go. I was starting to worry. Takumi and I stopped to look toward the staircase as a man in black descends. Ah, so you're alive. Presenting Lord of the Manor and host of tonight's charity gala, Eloise Caro. Seeing the beautiful man, I forget how to breathe. Sure, he's beautiful now, but he won't be as pretty when he's out murdering you. Well, trying to murder you. Whoever I thought the owner of this place might be, this wasn't it. Yes, although this certainly doesn't disappoint. I know, right? But still, yeah. Yeah. Is this what a god looks like? No, he's a phoenix. As he reaches the end of the steps, I frown. I stop before the death magic spread too much. But that means I don't see people's auras the way that means I don't see people's auras the way that Shinji does. I only get vague feelings about them that I usually can't place. Oh, okay. I squint at Eloise. There's something about him, something strange. It's almost like the smell of death that necromancers have, but all too different to be it, because he's killed a lot of people. Okay, so I can barely understand it, much less explain it. But to me, he feels like both life and death mixed together in a beautiful yet melancholy symphony. Because he's a phoenix and he technically has died and revived himself many times. Like beautiful music that makes you want to cry even though you're not quite sure why. I blink away the tears and watch him leave. Is that your man, Naoki? That better be. Oh, I spaced out again. I didn't hear what he said at all. Oh. Once Eloise leaves, the orchestra begins to play a new, much slower song than before, and Takumi turns to me and holds out his hand. Oh, we're gonna slow dance? I know we're working, but we're still on a date too. Ah, that's true. Take advantage of it. Care to dance, dollface? Oh, shut up. Sure. We're at a ball, yet somehow I didn't expect this particular turn of events. I graciously take his hand. Dollface? I had no idea this was 1940s America. Takumi pulls me out to the dance floor. Yeah. Well, I am a detective. Okay. Truthfully, I've been wanting to say that for a long time. You're such a cheese. I position myself with one hand around his neck and push his other hand upward in a formal ballroom stance. But surprisingly, Takumi blushes and looks away. I blink. What's up? What is it? You're the one who asked to dance, right? And now you're getting embarrassed after teasing me all day? Uh-huh. Takumi continues to blush without saying a word. I sighed and smile at him. You're so cute. He can be so cute sometimes, right? You don't know how to dance, do you? When would I have the time for dancing? And yet you ask. Well, never fear, because I happen to be a ballroom expert. Not really. Being the daughter of a wealthy CEO can come in handy occasionally. I'll lead, you follow, even though you're supposed to lead, but it's okay. But this song is very slow. I don't think you'll have to worry. We don't have to do anything complex. We can just sway. Takumi finally looks at me and his lips twist into a devious smile. What? I am quick at picking stuff up, so you never know. I might surprise you. Okay. Then surprise me. Go right ahead. We begin to move and sway to the music. Despite Takumi's lack of dancing experience, our bodies move like one enough that it makes me almost question his supposed lack of skill. Again, he did say he picks things up really fast. The only thing that gives it away is his stiff form, but eventually that goes away. Takumi's body relaxes from the nervous and stiff position he was holding, and I let out a small sigh. I lie my head on his shoulder while still holding his hand. My mind automatically drifts to what Galen had told me earlier. Even though I only got the bare bones of her life story, it's given me more insight into Shizuka than ever before. For the first time, I know some part of the whole truth about her and what she went through. We've been through so much to get to this point, right? And I never dreamed that I'd actually fall in love with Takumi of all people. Hey now, there's so much that's still uncertain. Hell, the next time we go to work, we might not come back. But I know that this is what Takumi is supposed to do, his chosen destiny. And I want to support him in it, no matter how tough it is. I've come to enjoy helping people too, and being at his side. I hear his voice soft and gentle in my ear. Hana, yes. I look up at him as he looks down at me, a tender smile adorning his face. He starts to lean down. Okay. Up. Until a gunshot resounds through the ballroom. Again, I was starting to get a little worried. Takumi immediately pulls me close to him, and we both look around as the crowd begins to scream and flee around us. Seriously? A gun? Here? What kind of security is this? Like, honestly, you make it out to be such like a high-profile, hard-to-get-into kind of party, and yet somebody managed to sneak in a gun. Wow. As the crowd thins out, 2 men are revealed. Who? Oh, what the fuck? 2 men neither of us expected to see here, Yasu and Jinsol. What the fuck? Jinsol stands holding his stomach, glaring up at the balcony, while Yasu holds him up to keep him from falling. Oh no, you've been shot, Jinsol! What? Takumi's eyes go wide with shock when he sees his brother and the blood dripping from Jinsol's hand. We follow their line of sight to the last person we ever expected to see again. Who? Oh, what are you doing out of jail, girl? What the fuck? Azucena stands there on the 2nd floor balcony with her gun still smoking in her hand. What the fuck? Jinsol's pissed off shouts rings well above the screaming crowd. How dare you shoot in a crowd? There are innocents here. She don't give a shit. Oh god, what the hell? She's supposed to be in prison. Am I dreaming? Right? What? Yes, I noticed. What? If they weren't in the way, it would have been a perfect kill shot. Azucena raises her gun again, but a red blur speeds at her. My eyes barely catch Jun drop kicking Azucena and sending her flying right into a wall. I figured it was Jun. He has a big vendetta against her. Azucena hits the wall with a loud thump and her gun clatters to the ground, sliding away from her. Alright, as she slides down to the ground, Jun looks at her in disgust. Can't you ever fucking stay down? No. Do I have to snap your damn neck to get you to finally stop coming back? Azucena stands up with a wince. You'll all pay for what you've done to me. Even if I die, Kenza will tear you apart. What? She eyes her gun and makes a move for it. Okay, but at the last second, she turns around, kicks one of the windows open, and jumps out. Okay, Jun growls in pure hatred and rushes right after her. Only a blue blur tells me that Naoki runs after his brother, both of them escaping through the window. I turn back towards Yasu and Jinsol and see that a tiny person is running towards us against the exiting crowd. Yeah, ooh, even Aurelia is here. I thought she was already attending the party, you know? Like she got the invite. Taking a glance at Yasu and Jinsol, who's now doubled over on his knees, she turns and goes to them. I look at Takumi, who's staring at where Azucena used to be with gritted teeth. Right. Everybody got a vendetta against her. I don't have to be a mind reader to know that he wants to chase after her. And for that exact reason, I put my arms around his waist from behind, keeping him from going anywhere. I lean around him, looking up into his angry face, but he won't look at me. If anyone can catch her, those 2 can. We don't want to get in the middle of a fight between vampires and demons. We need to focus on what we can do now, right? We need to help I would go help Jinsol, man. Like, dude. Takumi finally looks down at me, frustrated as hell, before he shakes his head and exhales. But finally, he takes my hand and rushes to Jinsol's side, where there's a pool of blood forming beneath him. Girl, you can't die now. Yasu holds Jinsol's hat in one hand while Aurelia examines him. Aurelia looks up at Yasu worriedly. I can't find precisely where the blood is coming from. Yet the fuck? We need to take him to the hospital. Oh, that's not Azucena. That's Aurelia, not Azucena. Jesus. Yes, yeah, shit. I should have covered for him. Right. Yasu looks paler than usual as he looks down at the wounded Jinsol. He'll be fine though, right? Right? I mean, it's just a, you know, what's it called? A flesh wound, right? I can try to heal him, but the bullet is definitely inside him still anyway. Oh, shit. If only I'd found that bitch sooner. It wasn't anyone's fault. I'm just glad it was me and no one else. Oh, don't be an idiot. If anyone should have gotten hit, it's me. I mean, you are immortal, right? You're a vampire. You're very robust, so yeah. I should have moved to intercept the bullet. We didn't know. She surprised us. She is a powerful demon. Can't discount her reflexes either. And now I have to feel guilty. Heh. What do you mean? Hush. This is no time to be arguing who should have been shot, right? It would have been nice if no one had been, right? So just be quiet and save your strength, right? We have to be careful moving him. It would be ideal if we could teleport there. Hello, hi. Everyone's eyes drift to me and I swallow. Right, but I gotta use death magic for that, I guess. It's an emergency, Hana. It's fine. I know what they want me to do, but I'm not sure if I can do it without relying on death magic. I'll be fine. I can make it there. No. Been in worse shape than this. No. I shake my head, snapping myself out of any and all doubt. No, I'll do it. I can do it. Taku looks worriedly at me. You sure? Yes. I nod and walk over to Jinsol, locking eyes with Taku. He smiles and gives me a nod. I'd say good luck, but you don't need it. Thanks. I place one hand on Jinsol and take a deep breath. I can do this. I'll see you at Aurelia's. I close my eyes and concentrate on pulling on the magic around us, creating a shift in the fabric of space. I tug at it with my own magic and something pulls back at me. Poof! Did I do it? I did it, right? Okay, cool. I walk into Aurelia's oft-board guest room completely exhausted. I kick off my heels and fall face forward into bed, unfortunately probably smearing lipstick all over the covers. Oh well. I stare outside at the single large window in the room, and the full moon's light streaming in through the window. Then the bed shakes and there's a mop of platinum silvery hair in my eyes. I push the hair away to see Taku lying on the bed, facing me, only centimeters from my face. When'd you get in? His hair always looks so ethereal, wreathed in the moonlight. His violet eyes search mine, looking worried. I'm fine. Oh no, not his pout. It always gets me. Takumi speaks just above a whisper. How's Jinsol? Yeah. I think he'll be okay, right? The doctor said it wouldn't be a risky procedure to remove the bullet. I just can't believe Azucena broke out, right? That Yazu went ahead to the hospital, so Aurelia and I caught up with Naoki and Jun. Okay. Well, I say it like it was easy, or like we both did, but really it was just Aurelia who managed to catch them. It seems that Azucena somehow managed to elude them, probably had help from someone else. Oh. Turns out Jinsol was there to track down Del Bosque, who obviously broke out somehow. Well, yeah, the fuck, man. And Yazu came because he thought he might get another bounty. Aurelia apparently heard about all this and wasn't keen on waiting for Azucena to burst through her door, so she was there to make sure Del Bosque was caught again. And Naoki was at the party looking for Kenzo Okura, Azucena's lover. Okay. So that was his dude. What? Why would a mob boss be at a charity gala? You never know. I'm not entirely sure, but the good professor was convinced he would be. What did he want with him? Aren't they family? Apparently not. Not in a close sense. The Okuras are a big family. Right. And as to your other question, I imagine he wanted to beat his ass for what happened to Jun. It makes sense, I guess. Azucena did have her men beat Jun up, despite them working in the same family. Seems complicated. Yeah, like hella. It's somewhat hard to imagine Naoki losing his composure, although it does make me curious. They do seem really close. So, is that why Azucena was there then? Do you think Kenzo had something to do with her escape? Maybe, possibly. Most likely, yes. Takumi sighs. I don't know how we ended up with half the criminals, information brokers, and cops in Yoru at a ball, but it seems like we can't escape them. Yes, apparently not. Can't imagine what that Karo guy thought when he came back to screaming people and blood all over his ballroom floor. Well, it wouldn't be the first time, let's just say. It's a shame it all happened when he's just trying to do something good. Yeah. Then again, maybe he needs to be more selective about who he lets in. Yeah. But he's not such a good guy like you think he is. I sigh and close my eyes for a moment. Are you okay? Yeah, just tired. Yeah, it's been a wild ride, you know. It's been a rough 2 days. Yes, I didn't want Valentine's Day to turn out like this. I'm sorry. No, it was quite what's it called? Exciting. You could say. It's not like it's your fault, right? I mean, shit happens. Yeah, shit happens. True, but this isn't normal shit. Well, this is the kind of shit that happens when you're around someone like no. Shut up. I sit up with a glare. Don't say it. Don't you dare say it. Irritated as hell, I get out of bed and go to the window instead. Despite the beautiful skyline outside, I'm beyond fuming. Takumi seems to bring this up at least once a week, right? When is he going to accept my choice to be with him? When is he going to stop blaming himself like this wasn't my decision? I know this life is hard. I know it's not ideal, but I'm the one who chose it. I'm glaring out the window when I feel warm hands on my shoulders. I spun around face to face with Takumi's piercing eyes. If you've got something to say, you should just say it. Okay, avoiding the issue, that's not how we're going to make this thing last. Right, it's all about communication. Alright, just tell him the truth. We've never really fought before, not since we confessed to each other. Takumi looks at me, his expression softening. You accepted me, no matter what I did. Yes, no matter how I acted, no matter what I felt. But I don't think you get it. It's the same for you too. If you're feeling sad or angry or frustrated, it's okay. Not everything is happy all the time. Not everything is okay all the time. It's okay to just feel. Yeah, to just feel. But I hate feels. Feels is awful and complicated. You don't need to apologize for your feelings, and you don't need to keep them to yourself. Not with me, so just let it out, alright? With Takumi's kind words, I find myself realizing that I had been afraid. Afraid of ruining things and chasing Takumi away again. That I had been so worried to lose him again that I never really talked any of my feelings out with him. So now I try to gather the words. At first it's difficult, but I'm upset with you because you won't accept my decision to be with you. I mean, even if it's dangerous, you told me that you would accept me as your partner, but you're always trying to protect me. Me, who is immortal. Me, who isn't even human. And then you have the nerve to feel guilty as if you dragged me into this in the first place, right? It's all on us as a team, you know? I may not have been able to choose what I am, or the powers Shizuka forced onto me, but I chose this life. Because I chose you and everything that comes with you. Yeah, you're my personal Pokemon. My favorite one. I just want you to finally understand that. Nothing's too much if it means supporting you, helping you, being with you. I'm shocked when I see tears forming at the corners of Takumi's eyes. See how much I care for you, girl. Oh my god, was I too harsh? No, he was just really touched. I'm sorry, Taku, I didn't... Aw. Takumi interrupts me by pulling me into a tight hug. No, I told you that you didn't need to apologize for your feelings, and I meant it. I'm so happy. Ooh, I'm happy too. I'm so grateful for you. I'm so thankful for you. You're so precious to me. Aw. The life I lead, it isn't easy being by my side. Yes, that's his signature quote for this epilogue. You could walk away at any time, and I wouldn't blame you, but you're still... Takumi seems to be unable to speak. But I think I can understand his feelings as his body shakes with emotion. I think I can understand his intent as his tears gently fall into my hair. I finally relaxed, realizing that Takumi didn't say those things because he didn't trust me, but that he felt guilty and afraid of losing me too. Yay! We stay like this for a little while before I finally pull back. I look at his hopelessly cute, tear-streaked face in the moonlight and wipe away his tears. You don't want to spend the night like this, do you? No, of course not. Then, ever so slowly, my lips meet his soft ones. Finally, after so many interruptions. The kiss is gentle but firm, as if communicating our feelings for each other. But then the kiss turns deeper, more passionate, and I feel Taku's hand sliding up my thigh where the slit in my dress is. Oh my gosh, getting really handsy. I let Takumi press my back into the cold window as I wrap my legs around him, and he picks me up, still kissing me. Can you at least carry me to the bed, though? Although the nights can be scary, although they can be dark and cold, there is another side to the night, one so filled with passion and warmth as it envelops you. It makes you feel like you're the only two souls in the world. I reaffirm my decision in my mind. Even just one night like this makes all the painful ones worth it. Yes, even just one night with him would be worth risking everything for. And I know now in my heart that Takumi feels the same way. Yes, that will always brave the night together. That will always brave the night together, come whatever may. Yes. There we go. Yay! Noir soiree. Soiree. Oh my god. I pronounced it correctly, but then now I can't. Soiree. Fuck, I can't French. Anyways, there we go. I think I got all my freaking CGs. Yes. So, oh my god, so that concludes Takumi's route. Oh my god, that was okay. Now I can finally give my final thoughts on Takumi's route as a whole. Like I've been holding back throughout this entire time. And I have a lot to say. Let me just say, okay, you guys can skip my little rant now because I'm just gonna talk about his route. Just try to make it quick, but at the same time, it's like, hey, it's the end of the episode anyways. But if you guys don't want to hear my opinions, then it's fine. It's alright. I'll see you next time. But anyways, Takumi's route. Oh my god. Okay, so I think it's safe to say that Takumi's story is actually my favorite one so far. I absolutely loved it. Like, holy shit. It was so, I feel like it was way more intricate than Shinji's route. Like Shinji's route had that sort of, like, a mini element of that twist where it's like, hey, it was, what's her face? I totally forgot her name, but Shinji's birth mom is actually the villain of his story, even though she paints herself out to be this great person who's so motherly towards Hana and such a kind and gentle person and stuff like that. But it turns out she has some underlying agenda. So yeah. I don't know if it was just me that figured it out really super fast because I'm just really hella sus about everyone really easily. But anyways, yeah, so that sort of element surprise was kind of lost on me, even though I kind of would appreciate it because I like those sort of things in my stories. But Takumi's route, damn, I feel like every turn I was just so surprised and so holy shit, I was so shocked by some of the things that happened and how the story kind of played out. There's so much more I guess depth to it in a way where I can see so many themes that the writer had put into his story, a lot of really heavy themes though, but I liked it. I like how that it gives, I guess, more depth to the story and something to kind of have people relate to and stuff and so on, even though it might not be the setting in the same exact setting in a way, but the themes are there that everyone can relate to. And then there's what else did I had in mind? Oh my god, let me just try to gather my thoughts here. Hold on. I feel throughout his story there's a lot of what's it called? Things that happen that you think is gonna get resolved, but then another that leads to another shit happening kind of thing. The story just kept going on, and all these other intricate problems kind of connect into the main storyline of it all. It's not just we started out with just I guess Hana wanting to find Shizuka, and then suddenly she gets roped into this other big villain, our main villain of the story, which is supposedly Azucena, which it is her, but then it was just at the same time, it wasn't her just dealing with Azucena and her threats. It was also dealing with Takumi's emotional baggage, as well as that side thing where it's Yasuhiro who's trapped in a coma, and we don't know why he's trapped in a coma. And then there we had that journey of figuring out what happened to him, and then also as well figuring out how Shizuka is suddenly tied into Azucena, and then we meet all these different characters where we find how they suddenly jump in, so the Okura twins. So I don't know, I really like the characters that were introduced in Takumi's route. I feel I can really I don't know, I really like them for some reason. The whole mystery shit that surrounds his entire route is just, it's a roller coaster of a ride is what I say, and it's a really fun roller coaster. It was a fun time. I think is the main point of Takumi's story. And Takumi as a character, I feel he's ranking second, very close second to Shinji. If Shinji was just a little smidge on top of my favorite guys so far, then it's Takumi that's a little bit afterwards, but not by a slight margin, I would say. And what else did I have to say in terms of Takumi's story? I just really enjoyed it. Like I liked how it was a thrill ride essentially. And yeah, as in terms of his epilogue, again, I feel like his epilogue really ties well into his story, because again, just like we're getting roped into so much other shit. Like we're just trying to have this nice date, this nice Valentine's Day date, but then we get involved into, first it was finding out information on Shizuka, but then of course after Rulia, who supposedly had some juicy details of Shizuka, she's like, that's all I got for you, but now you know we gotta go on to somebody else who has information on that we need, but then that person has something else for us to do in terms of getting that information. Then we just kind of end up in these places, and it's just like another plot twist. It's like, oh, okay, suddenly Azucena is out of jail, like she broke out, and it's just like, what the hell? So yeah, I was just like, oh my god, again, it's another little mini roller coaster ride of shit happening, and I'm just like, oh my god, it really keeps you on edge kind of thing, where it's like, what's happening? Even though it's a good what's happening, I'm like, oh my god, it's really exciting. That's what his story is. I think the only thing I found kind of like off about his story and the character, particularly the character or the villain Azucena, was I think it, in terms of finally finding out her motive and why she did what she was trying to do, I felt like, okay, like I can understand how Hana can empathize with her in terms of them being immortal beings and then falling in love for a human who doesn't have as much time as they do, and to do anything in their power to be able to prolong their life because they love them so much. Like I can get how Hana can empathize Azucena in that way, but as like the readers, I guess, like I feel like it was revealed kind of so not abruptly, well, sort of abruptly, but also really sort of cliche-ish, that like I'm just sort of like, oh, like wow, this big scary kind of lady who's out just killing everybody kind of thing was her hidden agenda, and her motive was because she was in love. But at the same time, like even then, it's like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but also it's like if the whole thing with the Akura family and how the Silver Dogs were doing a coup d'etat, and they were like that little rebel group within the Akura family who wanted to overthrow Azucena, but the main head boss mafia guy was Kenzo Akura, who Azucena was supposedly the lover of. It's like, well, shouldn't he be kind of aware what the hell she's doing? Like, you know, her trying to get this artifact in order to prolong his life. But then he has his little rebel faction that's going after her as well too. Like these like vampires who don't like her, you know, attacking her as well. And even though she's technically part of the same mafia family, so I'm just like, well, if it's either Kenzo is aware of what she's doing and he's just kind of sitting back and just kind of like hoping that she will succeed in her mission, or like he has completely no idea and it's just Azucena's one-sided love like kind of like affair kind of thing, where she's just infatuated with Kenzo and Kenzo doesn't even know what the hell she's trying to do. And so that's he's letting the Silver Dogs kind of like, you know, again form and then attack her as well with the other people who don't like her. You know, you get what I'm saying, guys? Like there was this essentially Azucena and Kenzo aren't they supposed to be in the same Okura family mafia vampire family? But then there's suddenly this rebel group, the Silver Dogs, who is supposedly their objective was to overthrow her. So, but aren't they on the side of Kenzo, or they work directly more towards Kenzo? It's like, well, how are they lovers then, kind of way, where, you know, like, I don't know, that's the one part that kind of confused me, that kind of like, well, that doesn't really add up in a way. But like, anyways, regardless of that, I still really love Takumi's stories thus far. I don't know, because we haven't gotten to Hikaru's route yet, because he's the last guy that we need to do for this game, so I'm super excited on that. But so far, Takumi's story is by far my favorite. It was a good time. I loved it. I loved every, from beginning to end. I was like, you know, I it was a roller coaster ride again, and I loved it. So yeah, that's my thoughts. Basically my thoughts on Takumi's route and Takumi as a character. I like his, I don't know, for some reason it's like I like the low-key super flirty guys in games, but in real life I probably wouldn't appreciate it. But anyways, whatever. It's like I think Shinji's still my fave guy, but like Takumi's like a really close second. But in terms of story-wise, I do prefer Takumi's story over Shinji's. So yeah. And yeah, that's all I have to say of thus now. So anyways, tune in next time, you guys. Like I said, we have one more guy to go for, to romance, to do his route, and it's Hikaru, the teacher, surprisingly enough, is the first guy that I would have done the route for, because when I started that game, but like, you know, his story wasn't out yet. But anyways, we're finally here, we finally made it. We're gonna see what his story is all about, and yeah, I'm super excited. So anyways, so we're not quite done with Mystic Destinies just yet. We have one more story to go through, and so that until next time, you guys, I will see you then. So bye.